Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so you asked us to tell you about India. We've gone through the sources you provided, articles, notes, all that, to really pull out the key stuff. Our goal here is simple: give you a quick way to get informed, maybe find a few surprises, and hopefully keep it interesting. So let's dive in.
Yeah, let's try and connect some dots on this, well, incredible country.
Mm.
We're looking at what makes India, its core characteristics and, its place in the world today.
Right, so where do we even start? I guess the basics, maybe. The official name that came up is the Republic of India,
Mhm.
and the capital, New Delhi. But honestly, the thing that jumped out immediately was the language situation.
Oh, absolutely. It's quite something. The Constitution, it turns out, recognizes 22 official languages.
22.
22, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's besides Hindi and English, which sort of function as the main official ones across the country.
Yeah.
It just speaks volumes about the cultural complexity, doesn't it? It's foundational to understanding India.
It really is. And speaking of scale, let's talk numbers. Population. The sources are saying it's now over 140 crore, which is, let me get this right. A crore is 10 million, so.
Wow, over 1.4 billion people.
Mm-hmm. More people than any other country on Earth. It's staggering.
It really is.
And it immediately makes you think, okay, how does a country with that many people, and as we just said, so much diversity, actually function? The material points strongly towards the religious landscape. You've got Hinduism, obviously, but also Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism. They're all significant parts of the social fabric. It paints a picture of a very complex, multi-layered society.
Yeah, absolutely. And all those people, that society, it depends heavily on the land itself, right?
Yeah.
The geography. The sources kept highlighting the major rivers, the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Yamuna, Godavari, Narmada.
Vital. They aren't just lines on a map. They're
Yeah.
like central to everything. Agriculture, culture, spirituality.
The lifeblood, really. Exactly. And that natural base supports, well, what the sources describe as one of the world's fastest developing economies. This rapid growth is really positioning India as a major player globally. It's not just potential anymore, it's happening now.
You definitely see that reflected in its international ties too, don't you? The memberships in big global groups really stood out.
Yes. The sources mention BRICS, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa group,
Yeah.
and the G20, the world's major economies, plus the SKO, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Being part of these different, sometimes overlapping groups shows India's increasing influence and its role as a key partner in this sort of multipolar world we're in now.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. In just these few minutes, we've touched on the official name, Republic of India, the capital, New Delhi, the incredible language situation, the massive population, over 1.4 billion, the mix of religions, key rivers, that fast-growing economy, and its important international connections. It feels like a whirlwind tour, but hopefully a solid starting point.
Definitely just a starting point. We've given that broad overview based on the request. But maybe you were thinking about something more specific, like India's history is incredibly deep, or its cultural traditions, or perhaps how it relates to, say, its neighbors or other specific countries.
Exactly. And that's what these deep dives are all about, tailoring it to what you want to know. So we hope this gives you a good foundation. Keep digging, keep asking questions, and we look forward to the next deep dive with you.